Hey, Zam, Pastor Thomas here again, and today I'm talking about something that's become a bit of a hot button issue, and that's the issue of masks and what our policy is going to be as a church. I find it kind of sadly humorous how politicized masks has become over the last couple months, but it's a reality that we have to work through, and a discussion. It's been something that's been much discussed at a council level and at the trustee level and at the staff level. And I'm here today to share a bit about where we've landed and why we've landed where we have. Our official policy as a church heading into our trial services is that mask wearing for everyone here is going to be strongly encouraged, though not required. We're not going to turn you away at the door if you show up without a mask. And we understand that some of you are not able to wear a mask, but we're strongly encouraging, and we will have masks available at the door if you do not have one on your own. But masks will be required for volunteers that are going to be working closely alongside of others. So for instance, our ushers and our greeters, they will be required to wear masks both for their protection and for yours. Now, why are we strongly recommending masks? Why is this our policy? Well, I want to read for you again the part of the passage that I just preached on this last Sunday from Ephesians chapter 4. And Paul's talking about living a life worthy of the calling that we have received. And he says, chapter 4, beginning verse 2, to live with all humility and gentleness, with patience, bearing one another in love, making every effort to keep the unity of the Spirit through the bond of peace. I know mask wearing, I know some of the negatives about it. I know how it can get uncomfortable and hot, and our sanctuary is incredibly hot as it is normally. And I know some of you we're at different ends of the spectrum. Some are very concerned about the threat of COVID. Others think it's all blown out of proportion. So how do we gather? And if you want to hear more about the call for unity, that was in my sermon this last week. You can certainly watch that. But though there's the negatives, the wearing of masks is the opportunity for us to maintain unity together. It's an opportunity for us to, by wearing a mask, you're not proclaiming that you're terrified of COVID. What you're actually, I think, what you're proclaiming is your care for the people around you. That just in the potentially unlikely event that you have the virus, that wearing a mask, you're trying to protect them from getting it. And so it's an opportunity to express love, to show love. And likewise, what it also allows us to do is that if we do a good job of this, as I've seen, we've had a couple of prayer meetings, and the amount of people who have worn masks has been, honestly, it surprised me. If we do this, we have the opportunity to allow other people from our other Zioners to come and be here in person on a Sunday. That those that have different health conditions and different concerns, if they can hear and see that we gather together, that we are wearing masks, it could help put them at ease, that they would be, that they're more safe to be here than they might be otherwise. The virus, it seems to linger in the air far longer than we think. So I think the mask, I think this is a good policy. I was waiting to see what the government was going to say, what our city was going to say. The city made masks mandatory in the city-owned buildings, so that doesn't apply to us. So this is how we're going to walk forward, and we'll continue to evaluate it, and we'll see what this allows us to do moving forward. I'm still hopeful that provision will be made that we can sing with masks, but as of right now, masks are strongly encouraged. I'll be wearing a mask, probably not when I'm preaching, but I'll be wearing a mask when I'm around, and I hope you will join me in wearing of a mask. So if you have any questions about the mask policy, feel free to reach out to me, thomas@zbcc.ca. Look forward to seeing you all on the 9th.